What is up, everyone? Happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. I appreciate you guys being here. I'm going to read through the schedule really quick, and then we'll go ahead and get her started. So later on today, the Orange Eagle will be live in Rapid City, South Dakota. Right Side Broadcasting is supposed to go live at 5, so I won't know when the Orange Eagle is supposed to be on stage until then. It's not a Trump rally. From what I understand, it's some sort of gathering, some sort of meeting or something. Let me see if I can figure out what it is. Hold on a second. It's not a Trump rally, though. I thought the Trump rally was today and the gathering was tomorrow, but I think it's the other way around. It says President Donald Trump Monumental Leaders Rally. So it's not a regular Trump rally. I think tomorrow is a Trump rally. But either way, we'll be covering that later today everywhere except for YouTube. Just so you're aware, sometime after 5 o'clock. I'll let you guys know. Make sure you join Gilded or you're a part of the website or any of that kind of stuff. That way I can let you know when I figure out the time. And then you can expect the Orange Eagle then. We'll be starting off with a video titled Mother Wins Lawsuit Against Woke California School District Trying to Transition Daughter. I don't know why this is trending. I don't know what the schools want. There's just nothing good that happens at school. They're either transitioning your kid or the feds are setting up some sort of flag event going on, some sort of false flag event so they can go out there and ban assault weapons. That's all that goes on in school. Indoctrination and bad stuff. I don't know. Homeschool your kids if you can. Then we have a video titled CNN Wants Trump for President. It's a Jesse Waters video. CNN is turning their back on Old Man Walter and the media runs the country, so Old Man Walter doesn't have anybody but KJP backing him. And I don't even know if she's doing that because I guess her and her girlfriend broke up. I don't know. It's all over. There's just images and titles all over the internet. I haven't seen any video or anything. I'm interested to see the next press briefing because I guarantee they're going to ask about it, and that will be awesome. I wonder what they're going to do with the child they purchased. Anyways. Then we have a video titled Old Man Walter Cancels Trump's Oil and Gas Leases in Alaska. So I don't know if he's trying to hit the high score for the highest gas that we've ever had. They're talking $10 gas prices. That's gonna not work. That's not gonna work out. $10 a gallon, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. They better do something. Then we'll be wrapping things up with this video that was suggested by Tiger Jaw out in Gilded. Apparently people who cross the border are getting $2,200 a month per family and a bunch of other free stuff. I don't want to say the whole deal right here, but they're getting taxpayer money, big checks big enough to live off of. Every single family that crosses that border illegally. So that's what we're covering today. I'm going to read through the chat really quick and then we're going to go ahead and get her started. Looks like the website's running good as always. What's up, everyone, over on jeffmaclive.com? What's up, Annette? What's up, Hair Juicer? What's up, Sam? What's up, Faded? Appreciate all of you hooligans being here. You guys are awesome. Welcome to the live. What's up, everyone, over on Rumble? I think we're running good on Rumble. Let's see. Oh, yeah, there we are. Nice and clear. What's up, everyone over on Rumble? What's up, Snooks? What's up, Lifelike? What's up, Kevin? What's up, Astral Hammer? Faded, you're omnipresent. What's up, Shannon? What's up, Pumpkin? What's up, Dawn? What's up, Screaming Eagle? What's up, Nefties? Happy freedom, all of you hooligans. Appreciate you guys being here. Oh, it's Friday. Happy Freedom Friday, hooligans. I totally forgot it was Friday. I should be drinking beer, not coffee. Well, we'll see how later goes. We'll see. Maybe I'll go get a beer just in time for Orange Eagle. It's always good. Drinking an Oberon or a Twisted Tea and watching the Orange Eagle do what he does. It's always a good time. Happy Freedom Friday, you hooligans. Screaming Eagle, I want free shit too. I know, I'm saying $2,200 a month. That's pretty good for just walking across an invisible line. What's up, Chime? Happy Freedom. Odyssey's already kicked the bucket. I don't know. I might have to spend all Sunday working on Odyssey. Every day I work to try and make Odyssey work, and it doesn't work. And I don't think it's Odyssey's fault. I think it's the connection between me and Odyssey. I think that company that runs that service really needs to do something. They need to work that out because Odyssey's not working, and that's not fair to the people that watch on Odyssey, and I hate that. It's not my fault, but I am going to work to get that resolved. Just takes time. What's up, everyone over on Kick? What's up, Tom? What's up, DeRosa? What's up, Salty Ragu? Appreciate all of you guys watching over on Kick. You fantastic hooligans. What's up, everyone over on Twitch? Happy Freedom. What's up, Tom? What's up, Two Ruby Shoes? What's up, Podcast Joe? Happy Freedom, you hooligans. Happy Freedom Friday. And we are live over on GoofTube. But I need to provide you with the Rumble link, because that's where the real hooligans hang out. Let's see. Watch on the Rumble. Ka-chow. That is for you. Oh, they put the stupid emoji thing right in my way again. Well, that's alright. What's up, everyone over on YouTube? What's up, Gregory? What's up, Mr. Satan? What's up, Shanti? What's up, Faded? Faded, you are everywhere. What's up, Sly Dog? What's up, JT3? What's up? What's up, Proud Patriot Girly? What's up, Mike? What's up, Lusk? Appreciate you guys all being here. Sam, you're omnipresent. I appreciate you. What's up, Anthony? Happy Freedom, you hooligans. What's up, MD Run? Rectos. I'm saying, I almost stubbed my toe reading that. Appreciate you being here. What's up, Blue Crow? You guys need to go watch on Rumble. You need to watch on Rumble, or you need to watch on jeffmaclive.com. One day, YouTube will take us out permanently. And I don't want you guys sitting around like, what happened? What happened? Come to where the grass is greener, over on Rumble or jeffmaclive.com. Let's go ahead and get this started. We're going to be starting off with a video titled Mother Wins Lawsuit Against Woke California School District that was trying to transition their daughter. It's terrible. It's terrible. Terrible stuff. Fuck them. Let's get it started.
You all remember when we were kids, the first day of school was practically a national holiday for our parents. They couldn't wait to get us out of the house. Considering how the public educational system has deteriorated amid woke agendas, deplorable curriculums, or whatever else, many parents rightfully dread the day when they have to send their kids back to the classroom now. Fortunately, parents are regaining their parental rights. A California mother was recently awarded a six-figure settlement after successfully arguing that her then 11-year-old daughter was socially transitioned into a trans boy back in 2019. When the daughter was told by school officials, she was indoctrinated by school officials that she didn't know who she truly was inside. Right. What's even more outrageous, though, is that the child was allowed to use boys' bathrooms and male pronouns in class. All of this was hidden from the mother, who had no idea what was happening within the school walls. With that, I'd like to welcome in the mother, Jessica Conan, and alongside her daughter, Alicia, and the family's attorney, Eric Zelle. All right, so, Alicia, I got to ask, do you feel like the teachers pushed this on you?
I feel like the school that I went to and the staff that were there definitely pushed it, because I was a girl, and now I am a girl, and they had no right to do what they did. And there's times where I don't even know why this happened. And during that time, I was very confused and I felt trapped.
Mm-hmm. Well, Jessica, I can't imagine your reaction to, I mean, obviously you sued, but like, if as a parent, I have 3 kids, I would flip out if I found out about this. How did you find out this was going down?
Well, I agree with you. I did flip out. I honestly did not know how to take a lot of it, but I found out through a school meeting. I was told that I needed to come over and we needed to talk about things. And the whole time in the meeting, it was never my daughter speaking to me, saying anything, any of these wishes. It was always, the staff that was mentioning things and telling me how it was going to be, that this is now your son and this is his new name and you need to start referring to the pronouns and he will be entitled to use the men's restroom. And you know what? To be honest, I cried. I did not know how to take it. I was so angry and so emotional. And I remember looking over at Alicia and she was just crying. And she was like, it was like she was trying to speak, but she couldn't even have her own voice.
I would have lost my mind. You have much more control than I do, because I would have been off the rails. Eric, throughout this, you file the lawsuit, okay? You go to court. What is the school's argument saying? Oh, no, we're not guilty of anything. Like, how do they make that justification in any factor?
Look, schools across the country are making these same arguments, and it's particularly problematic in California. But these schools think that they're helping kids by keeping secrets from their parents. That's the bottom line here. They think that by providing a safe space for these kids to explore their gender identity and to facilitate the social transition to a new gender identity is somehow helping these kids when they're keeping the parents in the dark. And that's the complete opposite of what they should be doing. They should be fostering and facilitating these relationships with the parents and not keeping secrets.
Alicia, have you gotten any backlash at school since this lawsuit? Are people kind of saying, oh, you know what, maybe we shouldn't have done that? Or are they doubling down on it?
I've gotten nothing but positive support from my peers and the current school that I go to.
Well, they better with a mom like that.
But everyone's just been completely supportive, and they've been really wanting what's best for me.
Yeah. Well, Mom, you are truly a titan in this one. What was it like going through this legal battle? And when you come out the other side, have the school, has anybody apologized to you, or have they just kind of buried their head in the sand, paid the money, and just forced to go along with what the court said?
Well, initially starting the lawsuit, of course, it's emotional and it's traumatic, and we have to relive, this full story in detail. And it took us a while to get there, but through that time, we were strengthened together, and we just came together, and we were able to tackle this. We knew that we wanted to fight this. Yeah. I have not gotten any apology. Alicia has not gotten any type of apology. I'm sure that we will never get an apology, but I do know that, they'll think twice. Right. Schools will think twice, because this is not okay for our kids. Let's go take back these schools. You guys, those are our children, and we have voices.
Eric, I got about 15 seconds left. Where do people go who might be having a similar problem if they want to get in contact with you or someone who can help?
Well, if you're having a similar problem as Jessica had, go to our website, libertycenter.org. And you can support our work there and get in touch with us there. But also, I encourage you to parents to speak to your kids, speak to your kids' schools, go to your school board meetings, go to your state legislature, and make sure that schools are not allowed to keep these secrets from parents.
Boom. Jessica, Alicia, Eric, appreciate you coming on. Congratulations on your victory.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
You too.
Well, can't trust the schools. I thought it was interesting that their attorney was still wearing diapers. Their attorney looks younger than I am. But at least they won the case. Maybe that's the way to go. Maybe they need some fresh blood in the courtroom. Who knows? It's not good. Can't trust these schools. And then their answer for what should parents do. Go to the board meetings. Go to this. You shouldn't have to monitor the school. You shouldn't have to show up to every little get-together that they have, because they shouldn't be trying to indoctrinate your kids. One day, your kid's going to come home a communist with a rainbow flag attached. It's no good. It is no good. Matthew, they were trying to trans-humanoid. Yeah. This stuff is just cool right now. It's just trendy. It's just trendy right now. Like the activists. We talk about that all the time. Back in 2019, 2020, you couldn't throw a rock without hitting somebody that was an activist. Everybody was an activist. It was so cool. Get in there and rile people up. Activate everybody. Every Facebook account you came across had a circle around it saying, oh, I'm proud, I just got jabbed. Or compliance cloth up. And then in the titles it would say, activist, with rainbow flags and power fists and all this other stuff. Oh yes. Oh yes. Now everybody's a shapeshifter. Kids will be kids unless you let the school indoctrinate them. Then they'll become something else. Matthew, into robots of the state. I'm saying, it's no good. School used to be just teaching, school before used to educate you. Then it turned into a facility to teach you to shut the hell up, sit the hell down, and do what you're supposed to do, and follow orders, because it turns you into the workforce. That's what it is. You go to work, you shut the hell up, you do what you're told, and eat shit and go home. And that's what you do. And so the school used to teach you to just do that. So then, people could become factory workers and stuff, and the government could make their tax dollars. But now they want you to be a rainbow-wearing communist. And that's because they're no longer worried about your tax dollars. They just want control now. They have all the money that they could ever use. Now they just want control. They want you to forfeit your rights. They want you to do what you're told. And all of us will sit shoulder to shoulder, face in a phone, eating shit together. And that's about where we are. That's pretty much where we are at this point. They're just reaching and reaching. What's up, Astral Hammer? Happy freedom. When they opened the schools back up, after Whitmer's lockdown, they had Zoom meetings with the parents, and one of them made sure to ask whether or not they had gender-equipped bathrooms. Yeah, that stuff was really rough. There was a lot of rough stuff with the Zoom calls. Now everybody in Michigan schools is doing crap. Like, the whole state can't read, write, or do math, and it's messed up. It's because of the lockdowns. Those lockdowns ruined everything in the state. 50% of our economy never came back. Once they let up the mandates, all those restaurants and stuff, they couldn't afford to come back. We lost Big Boys in Ludington. I used to go there every day. With somebody that's really special to me, and we used to eat breakfast together. And now we can't do that because they didn't come back. Golden Corral, same thing, went out. Used to love going to Golden Corral. I didn't even know that I lived within 40 minutes of a Golden Corral. And as soon as I found out, I was getting plates that had scrambled eggs and burgers on the same plate. I was like, oh my God, I didn't even know they did stuff like this. Didn't survive the plague. Gone. It's like, she wrecked our state. And then everyone brought her back. I'm like, why'd you do that? Why'd you do that? Matthew the Great dumbed down. That's where we are. You're not wrong. Let's read through chat really quick before we move forward. Saltareku, I want my MTV. Yeah. Is MTV still a thing? I haven't seen regular TV since Rock of Love was on. So I don't even know what regular TV is like now. I assume it's a bunch of indoctrination as well. Rainbows and shapeshifters telling you what a bad bitch is and all that stuff. I don't know. I don't miss regular TV. I don't even hardly watch Netflix or any of that stuff. I watch the same thing play over and over again. I'm like, well, what's it going to be tonight? Is it going to be F is for Family? Is it going to be Supernatural? Or is it going to be The Flash? And then I just play that crap and fall asleep. I don't even watch anything. Let's see. And my pronouns are hooligan and hooligan spouse. I'm saying, see, and you got to be careful with that stuff here in Michigan, because now you can go do 5 years in prison for, I don't even know how to phrase it, for incorrectly using someone's pronouns. It's messed up. It's messed up. Hair juicer, this happened to my kid's friend. Hold on, let me zoom in so I can read this. Parents, what is this? Parents bought in and even demanded friends delete post with their what? Dead name or she, her. Oh, pronoun stuff. Schools are messed up. Schools are really messed up right now. When I was in school, my biggest worry, it depends what school I guess we're talking about, because there was a time where I had to worry about being stabbed at school. But the biggest problem I had in school was putting my hood up and wearing headphones. I was constantly being tagged on the shoulder. Hey, take your hood down, take your headphones off. That was it. I didn't have to worry about people teaching me to turn my wiener inside out, or I should feel bad because of my skin color or any of this. I didn't have to worry about any of that. I mean, I think everybody had to deal with bullies, but not the teachers being the bully, brainwashing you and everything else. It's no good. It's no good. Breezy, I can remember the very first MTV. Those were the days. Yeah, I don't even know if that stuff's still around. Last I seen MTV, it was all reality TV. Now it's probably woke as shit. That used to be who indoctrinated us. MTV and channels like that. Alice, isn't being a kid and a teen hard enough? You would think so. Being 34 years old, I still feel like being 15 and 16 is the hardest point of your life. It's kind of like between 12 and 16. Because you want to be an adult, but you're not recognized as an adult. And you're really in your prime. Like, you're really capable of doing more than you will ever be able to do in your life as far as how much energy and determination you have. I mean, you're so determined you're willing to turn your wiener inside out just to be accepted. You'll never have that fire in you again like you do between that age group right there. You got fire in you. You just don't have any authority over anything around you. And so they're like, oh, you got all this energy? Here, become a rainbow-wearing comrade. And you get enough government money, you go turn your wiener inside out and prove you're one of us. And it's like, oh my God, don't do that. Don't set them off in that direction. What's up, Rappy? Happy freedom. What's up, Madeline? Welcome to the live. Terror, MTV doesn't play music anymore. It's been that way for years. Last I seen TV, there was MTV, MTV2, MTV Jams, and MTV Jams was the only place you could actually listen to music. It was like MTV was pretty much Nick at Night, MTV2 was reality TV, MTV Jams, you had to have digital cable. What's up, Chrissy Star? Happy freedom. Appreciate you being here. I don't know. School is a waste of tax dollars. The school and the open border is just holes in our pocket. So we're going to move forward. This next video is a Jesse Waters video. It's titled CNN Wants Trump for President, because they have turned their back on old man Walter. Alright. First, I want to remind you guys, go get you a Free the Orange Eagle t-shirt. You can find it at the merch store. Or go check out the Screaming Goat t-shirt. I don't know what I'm doing. I got to replace the battery in that thing. I'll drop the link in the chat so you guys go check out all the merch that we got. Let's get this started.
Well, CNN just delivered the worst news for Biden all year. Nope, Dr. Jill didn't kiss Doug again. His Corvette's not on fire, and they didn't find a print off the bag of Coke. Joe Biden is as popular as the Taliban.
Mr. Stan, we have brand new CNN polling this morning, and the numbers are rough for President Biden. They could spell trouble for Democrats and the president's hopes for re-election in 2024. Still early, but Biden's approval rating has sunk to 39%. Nearly 60% of voters think Biden's policies are making the economy worse. Close to 70% of Democrats want somebody else to run for president. And the president's approval among Democratic voters, that's slipping.
There is no way to spin this. CNN reads the country's mood right now and finds that America is deeply unhappy with Joe Biden.
CNN wants Trump for president. Biden's bad for business. They're in the basement. They need friction there. Trump created friction for CNN, and that friction created some talent. There's no action from Biden. CNN wants action and is sending a message to the other corporate kingmakers. We need young blood to turn a profit. 2/3 of Democrats don't want Biden running. They'll take anybody else but Biden. The polling proves it. Joe Biden's losing to nearly every Republican candidate. Look, Biden's losing to Trump, Haley, big time, Scott, Pence, Christie, all of them. Biden's in the weakest position he's ever been in.
Donald Trump, 47%, Joe Biden, 46%. They're basically in a statistical tie. But what I will note was there was not a single poll conducted by CNN during the entire 2020 cycle in which Donald Trump got a higher share of the vote than Joe Biden did. So this is a vastly different picture from what we saw 4 years ago.
If Trump's up just 1% nationally, he sweeps all battlegrounds. Remember, Hillary beat Trump by 2 points nationally, and Trump captured the Rust Belt and hit 300 electoral votes. So if he's only up 1 on Biden nationally, world-class landslide. The country's quality of life is eroding. You can see it. You can feel it. And voters decided that an ancient, detached, incompetent politician is making it worse. And yes, age is a major factor.
A lot of people are terrified that Joe Biden is in real trouble and that you can't talk about it. So that's what's going on. I think a lot of Democrats look at these numbers and say the whispers are finally showing up in this data. People are talking behind their hand. They worry about Joe Biden. Joe Biden's like that grandpa that you love, that you believe in, you owe a lot, but you start to wonder, would you give this grandpa a high-stress job for 6 more years, or would you want something else for him?
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe.
6 more years? What the hell were they talking about? He doesn't get another 6 years. I don't care how much they cheat. That's not happening. Old man Walter. The media's finally turning their back on him. Who knows if they're going to boost up Whitmer or Newsom We'll see who's next. It ain't going to be Trump. You're not going to see CNN bragging about Trump. That's just never going to happen. The only time they talk about Trump is when an indictment happens, and really that's probably where all the support comes from. They think they're demonizing him, and really they're just raising awareness that he's still out there and he's a big threat to people who are against America and people who are communist at heart. I'm going to read through the chat really quick before we move forward. And at the percentage is way too big. Yeah, I don't know anybody that likes Old Man Walter, so I don't know where they get that 44% from or whatever they were showing on the screen. That's just them in the office. They're just taking a poll and putting it up on the screen, and it's just the poll was taken at the office. And Ed Biden's approval rating is like 15%. Yep. According to the graveyard. Just reading through the chat really quick. What's up, Spicy K? Happy freedom. You guys just remembering the better years or what the whole chat's talking about? I miss the 90s and stuff like that. I appreciate you coming over to Rumble, Spicy K. Let's get those likes up over on Rumble. Over 100 people. Let's get 100 likes. That'll put us right on the front page. DeRosa Vagina Jones. Is that his pseudonym? What's his pseudonym? I can't remember now. I can't remember. It's like Robert L. Peters. Pimpin' from Rhode Island. I don't know. We need to make a t-shirt. Oh man, OG wrote me and I totally forgot to write him back. I gotta do that so we can get some more graphics. He's the one that put together the Screamin' Goat t-shirt, and he does really great graphic work. And he wrote me an email and I forgot to write him back. Such an idiot. I'll have to do that. See if we can get a Robert L. Peters design for t-shirts. Maybe we'll get that image, Old Man Walter wearing sunglasses, and it'll say pimpin' ain't easy or something like that. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Burning down America's not easy. So we're going to move on to this next video. It's titled, Old Man Walter Cancels Trump's Oil and Gas Leases in Alaska. I don't know. How bad does he want things to be? I feel like it could never be bad enough. Their agenda is to really burn down the whole country. No matter how bad it gets, I don't think they'll ever have enough. I think if everybody was pissed and they were coming after politicians and the country was just apocalyptic, right? Nobody's doing anything they're supposed to do. Everybody's Mad Maxed out, arsoned up, all the weapons and anything people could do, just behaving like animals. I think Old Man Walter would still come out there with KJP and say everything's going great. I think they still wouldn't be satisfied. I just don't. I think that they want it all. They want the whole country to fall, because if it does, then the government has to come in and control everyone. If we can't control ourselves, the government will step up and control us for us. And I think that's why they're making life so hard, is because it doesn't matter how bad things get, it'll never be good enough for them. There will always be more damage to be done in their eye. That's what I believe. Let's get this started.
Welcome back to the show from House Energy, Congressman Michael Burgess. Congressman, it's great to see you again. I mean, what do you think of the story? I mean, this is happening right as OPEC Plus and Russia is cutting oil production. Does he really want like $10 gas? I mean, who is he president of? Is he president of us, or is climate change political donor base? Because now we're going to have to import more oil.
That's correct. And look, of course, the statement was made that there will be a lawsuit. I hope there is. This is a law that was passed by Congress in 2017, signed by the president at the time, Donald Trump. And he does not have the ability to just wave his hand and disrupt that legislation, because this is existing current law. Now, I think they'll be successful in their lawsuit. It is obviously an unconstitutional, illegal taking. And the facts are just so wrong. And to your other point, yeah, why does he hate the middle class in America so badly that he wants to saddle them with $6, $7, $8 a gallon gasoline on top of everything else he's done?
You know, Congressman, we're seeing these stories coming in too that, you know, Biden's goal of a carbon-free electric grid by 2035, that's going to be cost about triple what it would be if you had natural gas-powered energy. That means low and middle-income taxpayers are going to pay more for electricity.
Yes, they are. And in Texas, we've had, 10, 11 days where our grid operator has said, hey, don't turn up the AC when you get home because all the solar panels go offline at sunset. I mean, who knew that would happen? Wind turbines don't blow, don't turn when the wind's not blowing. With this high pressure ridge that's been on top of us for several weeks now, causing our high temperatures, the fact that we haven't expanded enough in the dispatchable, in the thermal sources of energy, gone with renewables to the detriment of more reliable forms of electricity. Look, we should be expanding nuclear. We should be expanding natural gas. And yes, there is probably a place for coal in Texas. All of the above are necessary to keep the lights on.
You know, Congressman, now we're more dependent on Iran, Russia, OPEC Plus, Venezuela. They're not our allies. And, you know, the thing is, Congressman, the climate change side of the aisle, they'll say, environmentalists will say, you know, drilling for oil is dirty, it's polluting. But we've got elected officials out of Alaska saying, no, we do it safely and cleanly. What do you think?
Well, look, I've actually been to Anwar. I've been to the village up there. I've talked to the mayor and the townspeople. They are anxious for this resource to be developed. And there is a lot of nothing. You can fly over this area for mile after mile, and there's really nothing there. And it's a tiny portion of that is going to be where the oil and gas are going to be drilled. I don't know why this is such a holy grail to the radical environmental left, but it is.
Got it. Congressman Burgess, thanks for joining us tonight.
Well, that is part of why we need the Orange Eagle to come back. Every time he's live, he talks about the liquid gold beneath our feet, how we were and we will once again be energy independent. Old man Walter, he wants the opposite. He wants the opposite. He wants to burn us all down as much as he possibly can. And we're just sitting here looking at each other while it's happening, because we never passed any laws to give us any power when we put someone in office who decides to nosedive the country. We just didn't give ourselves any resources to pull that person out of power. We gave those powers to Congress, who are all on the same side as old man Walter. So that was stupid. We need to pass some laws. We need to get into legislation, and we need to actually pass things to give the power back to the people. So when things like this happen, we can take a vote, we can sign our signatures, we can do what we got to do. We'll come up with due process and pull him out of office and put someone else there, because this is bullshit. This is bullshit. Nobody wants to pay $7, $8, $9, $10 for a gallon of gas. It's totally ridiculous. And like I just said, it could be fire in the streets, civilization could have fallen, and old man Walter and KJP will still come out on stage and tell us the economy's doing great. Everything's fine. Inflation's going down. We could have bad stuff going on. Real bad stuff. Heads on sticks in the front yard, and they would still be like, yep, it's good. It's good stuff. They are burning down America right before us. And that Biden was placed in to destroy America. I believe it. I believe it. There is no signs of life. There is no signs of life in that old skeleton wandering around lost, smelling like a bag of shit. Here he is supposedly running the country. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. Space Ghost, happy Freedom Friday. Space Ghost says, Rumble for life. F you boob. Spicy. Was there anything wrong with PayPal and Venmo last night? Not that I know of. I don't think so. I'm trying to think. Because I just signed into my PayPal. Not that I know of, Spicy. Why? Did you try to use the links or something? What's up, Flowers? Happy Freedom. Rumble's glitchy for you? Are you on a browser or are you on the app? I'm watching my own live right now on the browser and it's not stuttering or anything like that. It's running smooth. Mike T, how do you do Mad Max and electric cars and trucks? That is a great question. Could you imagine getting some rods or something, you know, making your car look like a derby car? You got your Tesla up there, but then you put steel rods and somehow connect it to the battery so you can scream taser, taser while you drive down the street. That's something. That's something. I mean, I don't know. You're opening a new door there. I'll be thinking about that the rest of the day. EV's all Mad Maxed out. That is something. Just reading through the chat really quick before we move forward. We don't want to run through the live today. Hang out for a bit. What's up, Sky Bear? Happy Freedom Friday. What's up, Speedy Girl? Appreciate you being here. Flowers. The app's glitchy. Yeah. When I just have the app on my phone so I can get the notifications when things are going on, or you hooligans are commenting under the videos and stuff, so I can come and say hi and respond to all of you guys. I just keep the app for the notification. I use the browser to experience Rumble. They still got some work to do. I have a lot of grace for this kind of stuff now. After building my own website and experiencing how very little effort is necessary for things to go all array on a platform, I have a lot of grace for that stuff now. I can't even afford to turn my website into an app. It's like $100 and something a month just to maintain having an app, and it's not easy. Messing with code and stuff is it is exhausting. It is exhausting to your soul to try and to learn the languages of, you know, C++ or CSS, HTML, Python, and so on and so forth, all the different coding languages. It is. You ever tried to get a knot out of a woman's necklace, these dainty little chains, and you're trying everything you can to get the knot out? Coding is worse than that, okay? Coding is worse than taking a lick off of Old Man Walter's ice cream cone and having the whole scoop fall on a hot sidewalk. It is worse than that. Pickle Fingers, what do you think of Starfield? I like Starfield. I don't know if I like it better than Fallout. Fallout has a special place in my heart because of the honesty. In Fallout, the world is apocalyptic. It's post-apocalypse. It's just the remains of what's left after nuclear war. But everyone is honest. Everyone is honest. If they're a terrible person, they will tell you up front. They're like, hey, I rob, cheat, steal, and kill on a daily basis. And they just tell you up front. So it's exactly like the world is now, except everyone's honest. So that's why I really like Fallout. Starfield is just really interesting. It has the familiar, like, welcome home feeling of Fallout, but everything is brand new. The world, the environment, the mechanics, the everything is just brand new, and so it's really interesting. So I like Starfield. There is some frustrating things about Starfield, and Todd Howard, who runs the show over there, he said that the reason that there's clunky parts in the game where you just don't know what the hell you're supposed to do is supposedly our fault. I guess a lot of people have made complaints over the last few games saying there's too much hand-holding going on in the game, and they don't feel like they get to experience anything or get excited or surprised by anything, because every step of the way they're holding your hand, explaining how to do every little thing. So they removed that from Starfield, and I spent a lot of time going, what the hell do I do now? How am I supposed to do this? What am I supposed to do? So there's some frustrating things like that I personally think is frustrating, but I think the game is pretty interesting. What's up, Brew Joe? Appreciate you being here. Flowers, yeah, it seems like the Android app has issues. The iPhone app, I haven't heard anything bad about on Rumble. Everyone's allowed, or not allowed, but able to join the membership program or make donations using that app. But on the Android app, you can't join the membership program or make donations. Rumble Rants, I think they're called. And the video kind of staggers. But I'm sure they'll keep it updated. Pumpkin, we are joyful people. I think so. I think so. Just flipping through the chat for moving forward. Pumpkin, there are about 8 charging stations within 400 miles here. I only know where 2 charging stations are. There's one at Meyer and Ludington, and there's one in between Scottville and Ludington. And that's it. That's it. I don't know where any other chargers are. I couldn't even buy a Tesla because I wouldn't have anywhere to charge it. The apartments here don't have any place to charge your Tesla. They would probably throw you out if you could afford a Tesla here, just because of the way the rules are for where I live. What's up, Nefties? Happy freedom. What is a Commodore 64? That sounds... I probably shouldn't have said it out loud while YouTube's watching. They're going to hit me with hate speech or something. God only knows. We'll see. Commodore 64, also known as the C64, is an 8-bit home computer introduced in January 1982 by Commodore International. That is something. I don't think I've ever seen that. I have heard of it before, but I don't think I've ever seen it. That is something. Matthew, you got one in the box? I bet that's worth some money. Dawn, that was your first computer? I can't remember what my first computer was, but I remember that it ran Windows 95 or Windows 98. We didn't have any internet. Somebody was throwing it out, and I obtained it and took the whole thing apart and put it back together and learned to navigate the entire computer using only a keyboard because the mouse didn't work. The ball in the mouse, remember you used to be able to take the ball out of the mouse? Some with the sensors was messed up, so I had to navigate the whole computer using only the keyboard, using the Alt tab and keys like that and stuff. That was my start on computers. Tom, I forgot till just now my buddy called a shapeshifter Quasimodo today. That is funny. I seen a shapeshifter once, like 3 years ago. I was walking into Claire's with somebody who wanted to stop and look at earrings or something in the mall, and there was 2 really tall black chicks by the counter, just hanging out. And I'm like, hey, what's up? Me and who I'm with walk into the store. They're looking at stuff. I'm just standing there, just oblivious to what's going on, just mannequin mode, just lost inside my brain. And the one's like, hey, you want to grab that box over there? Da 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 da. And the other girl walks around and goes, yeah, here it is. Puts it up on the desk. It was like, oh, it startled me. Back door got real tight. I was like, oh man, need to vacate, need to leave here. Grab my friend, my partner in crime with me at the time. I was like, hey, we gotta go. Something weird's going on. I gotta get up out of here. Dude looks like a lady. I don't know. It was something. Scared me. That was the only time I ever encountered a shapeshifter. I survived. Didn't catch the rainbow or anything like that. It was something. Never seen one since. I don't know how they're doing out there in the wild. Maybe they're still with us. Like, God only knows. I don't know. Shapeshifter, calling him Quasimodo. At least they're referring to it as an identity now, so it's a little bit more obvious that they're starting to realize it's not who you are, it's just how you title yourself. And you can title yourself whatever you want to. It doesn't mean we have to comply with your demands on how we treat you or what bathroom or sport we allow you in. It's just part of your identity, Quasimodo. Thank you so much, Flowers in Her Hair, for continuing the membership program over on Twitch for 7 months. You're officially a hooligan, and I appreciate you. Thank you. You're awesome. Just reading through the chat. Gotta zoom in on the YouTube chat. I can't read it. My eyes are just getting worse and worse. What's up, Spirit Matter? Happy freedom. Another couple years of this and I will be blind, I think. Snooks, you still use a mouse with a ball in it? I haven't seen one in a long time. I keep going through these cheap $8 things from Walmart. They got like denim on the top. I don't know why, but I like that better than plastic. But I've gone through 7 of these this year or something like that. It's like every 3 weeks I got to replace it. Alan, play No Man's Sky. Much better game. I'm going to go on a limb here and say you have a PlayStation, don't you? That's something PlayStation people say. It's really funny how politics move into other genres. You know, you see someone with purple hair, you can be like, oh, you voted blue team, didn't you? You can just kind of tell by looking at them. And that's the thing with Starfield, is everyone who says it's like No Man's Sky inadvertently just has a PlayStation, where Starfield was not released for PlayStation. So everyone with a PlayStation just says the same thing. It's fine. I've never played No Man's Sky. I'm not against playing it, but I'm starting to see a trend here. It's fine. Either way. Snooks, I can't use that kind, and I have 3 backup roll ball mouses. That's awesome. I'm gonna have to get one. I'm sure they're better than whatever I'm using now. And they need tutorials for their games. Yeah, I did a lot of research yesterday after we ran into like 4 different things while playing the game that I couldn't figure out how to do. But we got it figured out. We're gonna be doing some exciting stuff today. The game will be pushed out because the Orange Eagle most likely will be live while I'm supposed to be playing the game. Orange Eagle takes priority. So I don't know what's going on with the game later. We'll figure it out. We're still going to play the game. I just don't know what time it's going to be, because I want to try going live regularly at 6 for the game. But Orange Eagles, well, I don't know when he's supposed to be on stage. Right Side Broadcasting is supposed to go live at 5, so I won't know when he's on stage. So that's going to dictate when we play the game. Hair Juicer, I built my first PC at age 12. Mom taught me how to steal software. I still have it, but I'm scared to even plug it in because I probably stole 10,000 in programs, games, and media. Well, I know what that's like. I know what that's like. Back when torrents was really popping and people didn't know a whole lot about BitTorrent and stuff like that. That's really interesting. I never had anyone in my life that knew more about computers or software or programming than I know. Ever. In my whole life. I still don't know, but that at this point it's just because I haven't made friends. I'm sure there's people out there who know way more about computers and software than I do. But here where I live, I am the most technologically advanced creature to walk this side of West Michigan, I guess. It's been that way my whole life. Every time I talk, people are like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. But yeah, BitTorrent stuff, if you could move it to an external hard drive prior to connecting it to the internet, I think you'd be okay. You'd probably be all right. And usually your internet provider will hit you with warnings. They'll send you an email and they'll say, hey, you have 30 days or something like that to remove, and it will list it by title. They will say, these files are on your computer. You have this many days to remove them, or else Columbia Studios is going to hit you with a lawsuit, or Sony is going to hit you with a lawsuit, and then you just go in and delete them. You should be good. You should be good. I can't remember when I built my first PC. Not from scratch. They do something called spring cleaning here. We just call it junk day, and everybody can throw their stuff at the side of the road, and town hall or the city crew will come through and throw everything away. But prior to it getting thrown away, you can go through and pick through everybody's stuff. I don't know if everywhere does this, but they do this in Ludington. And I went around and picked up everybody's towers. I got like 12 different computer towers, stripped them down, put them all together, and created a working computer. At the time, I think the hard drive was 80 gigabytes, and I was like, dang, that's awesome. Right now, I have 12 terabytes in my computer, so I've come a long way from 80 gigabytes. Hair Juicer, No Man's Sky was absolute trash. That's all I've heard, too, about No Man's Sky. But now that it's being compared to Starfield, I kind of want to try it. Matthew, yeah, we gotta work on the cartoon thing. I haven't forgot. I just haven't come across software that really screams like beginner friendly. And like I said before, we might have to go on Fiverr and have somebody who's made cartoons put together what we need. Astral Hammer shapeshifters are all over the place in Lansing. I believe it. Lansing is a college town, And that's where all the indoctrination is happening, is the college. I mean, it's happening in younger grades and ages, but in college, you know, you get to find yourself and experience the world on your own for the first time. But everybody in college is like, turn your wiener inside out, here's a rainbow flag. So yeah, that doesn't surprise me. That's also the only place where you really see anybody considering themselves as Antifa is in Lansing. Sometimes you'll see them in Grand Rapids, but a lot of those videos, those people are from Lansing. They just happen to be in Grand Rapids, wear all black bloc, but they don't do anything. They just stand around and consider themselves Antifa. Grey Wolf, a lot of Americans are starving under fraud Biden. Yeah. The whole country is crumbling because of old man Walter. What's up, no mandates? Happy freedom. Alright, we're going to move forward to this last little bit here. I feel like the last 2 days we've just been flying through the live, and I'm not sure why. I wonder if that's just because we've had the press briefing so much lately. And I've seen someone say in the chat that they like Coffee with Hooligans better without the press briefing, which brought a tear of joy to my eye. Made my heart happy, because I can't stand those press briefings. The only reason we went back is because everybody said they wanted to watch them, so that's why we started covering them. But I really can't stand them because it's a bunch of nonsense, and I feel like it hurts morale. It makes everybody in the chat angry and stuff. Instead of us all laughing and cracking jokes, and I mean, we do roast KJP really well, but by the time you get done, you got this bad taste in your mouth, and it's just, I don't know, the press briefings suck. Anyways, this next bit here, it's got some layers to it. Of course, I will have the link in the description after the live is over, so you guys can come read these articles and do all this stuff. So we got this article here. Awareness was brought up in Gilded by Tiger Jaw, and he suggested that we pay some attention to this, and so Snooks went and dug into it, and then she provided me with the links, and then I did some digging and stuff. And so what this is, and you can read the title yourself, but it says, outrageous, Border Patrol agent reveals Old Man Walter's regime gives $2,200 of taxpayers' money per illegal border crosser family each month, plus a plane ticket, housing, food, and free medicine or medical services. So the link that I'm going to have in the description after the live, if it wasn't so huge, I would drop it to you guys right now, but I'm not going to go through all the trouble of shortening it. It will bring you to this article here. You can see the image, lots of reading and details and whatnot. We're going to play this video in a second. You can't hardly hear anything in the video. It's the border agents mumbling in the background of this recording. You can't really hear what they say, but at the very end you can hear them talk about the $2,200 checks. And we're going to read this little bit here at the bottom, which I'm going to pull up a second article so I don't have to look away from the mic while I'm talking. But we're going to read this little bit here at the bottom, and then we're going to listen to the video. The video is just kind of confirmation to what we're reading on the bottom. But it also mentions that this article was, the video was originally posted by Gateway Pundit. I don't know who this Lou Dobbs person is. This is just the first thing I came across that really talked about it. But the title itself really, says the whole deal. So at the bottom it says, similar. Old Man Walter gives $2,200 of taxpayer money per illegal immigrant family each month. We're going to play this video here. Like I said, you can't hardly hear what's going on. But this is just kind of confirmation to what's being said. If we find more on this information, we will, of course, have this in future Coffee with Hooligan episodes with more details that we can find. Tiger Jaw brought this to our attention. I didn't know this. I know that they're coming across and they get a whole bunch of free stuff. I didn't know they were getting $2,200 per family group. And then in this video, if you listen closely, because the audio is going to be really low and there's not a whole lot I can do about it. But if you listen closely, they talk about how families are splitting up into segments to multiply that benefit. So like, mom, dad, 2 kids. Well, now mom stands with a kid and dad stands with a kid, and now they together are getting $4,400 a month, because when they crossed into the country, they were labeled as two separate families. And they're talking about how they scam the system. I was sitting here with my TV on 25. I run it on 4 when we're live. I had it on 25 to try and hear what they're saying. So I don't know if you'll be able to hear it or not, but that's what I was hearing. So we're going to go ahead and get this started.
They tell them everything. Why are they so prepared, every one of them? Cartel tells them everything. Everything's word of mouth. These guys know everything that we do. It's just the way it is. Right. I mean, everybody has their birth certificates pre-printed from their government. They know what the first. They know the whole drill. They know what to say when it comes to asylum. They ask 1,000 of them. 1,000 of them will tell you, "Why are you asking for asylum?" If somebody wants to kill me.
Sitting there recording the little girl picking her nose. Leave that poor kid alone.
Well, I can't attest to that. I just know that I'm not there to see that. But obviously they're coming because they're getting released. This is interesting because you have like one parent and one kid. One parent, one kid. Yeah. Right? They're not together, are they? No. One parent, one kid. One parent, one kid. They know how to. That is because they get Social Security. What's the benefit? Well, they get a check every month. They get a check. Yeah. A cost of living check, along with housing and food and for medical. How much is the cost of living check? From my understanding, I've heard it's around $2,200. It's for one parent, one kid, and then yeah. And then, do you think that the scam here is that the other parent, if there's another kid that's coming in, they're going to make double dip? Oh yes. Is that what's going on? Yes. Very easy. Very easy. And plus, they get a ticket to wherever they want to go. They get a ticket to where they want to go. They used to do the monitors on the ankles, and those were being cut off, so now they give them phones. Well, it is interesting that there's no mom with this. There's no husband here. No dad, no dad, no dad. They're all single parents. A lot of these. How is it that everybody's a single parent? They probably already have a relative here, or their significant other. They're probably already here. It's probably already here. Or coming. Or coming.
Alright, as I said, it is very hard to hear that video, so I wouldn't be surprised if most of you guys didn't get anything out of that. It's very hard to hear with the wind blowing and all of that, but it's just the Border Patrol pretty much just confirming what we were just talking about, what I was reading out of the article here. A little more from it. It says, under Old Man Walter's regime, homeless veterans and Americans were left on the street. Senior citizens only receive $1,400 a month in Social Security payments, and Maui survivors only got $700. This should piss off every American. And I agree. I didn't know they were getting that much per month. I knew they were getting free stuff, but I didn't know exactly what it was. I'm trying to figure out, and I read it earlier, and now for some reason I can't find it, but there's a phrase for these checks, and I want to find it so you guys know what to look for if you potentially come across more information on this situation. They call these checks something specific, like it's some form of aid or something, and I read it earlier and now I can't find it. I should have wrote it down. This is how it goes. Well, we'll read this top little bit. It says, in a shocking revelation, Todd somebody, I assume, let me see, I think that's the camera person. Tom somebody, the center's Texas-based senior national security fellow, has reported that the Biden regime is allocating a staggering $2,200 per month to illegal immigrant families, one parent and one child, for the cost of living expenses. This comes at a time with the average American on Social Security receiving just $1,400 per month, and Maui survivors with only $700. I can't seem to figure out what these checks are called. They're called something though. They're like, there's a specific name for these checks, and I'm thinking if we can get a hold of this name, we might be able to find more information out on this. Join Gilded. Be a part of Gilded or jeffmaclive.com. That way, when I do find this information, or maybe other hooligans already have this information, you'll be in the know of what's going on. That's part of the benefit of being a part of Gilded, is you're not just waiting on me to provide the news. Everyone is providing news in Gilded. It is a network of hooligans, and it's free. There's lots of benefits. Go join Gilded. You can find it on the link tree. Maybe Snooks will be so kind to drop the actual link in the chat for you hooligans. But click on the link tree in the description, where there's also donation links and stuff if you would like to support the live. But join Gilded. Be a part of Gilded or jeffmaclive.com if you can afford it. And that's the place to be. That way you'll be in the know with everything going on. That's pretty much us, boots on the ground there. So be a part of Gilded. I'm going to read through the chat really quick, and then we will be wrapping things up because that is all the coffee I had for you hooligans today. Of course, we're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance and all of that, so don't run out the door just yet. And time to go across the border. Now come back in. Get some of your own money back. You know, that's what I was thinking too when I seen that. Same exact thing. I was like, you know, how much does it cost to go to the border? And how long do you got to be on the other side before coming back and you can get one of those $2,200 checks? Because, I mean, it's my tax money. It's your tax money. It's our tax money. And I could live off $2,200 a month because I'm not making that now. I don't know what you guys think, but I'm not making that now. And $2,200 a month would be all right. I'd probably be kicked out of my house, honestly. I'd be able to afford to rent a house or maybe even buy a house then. I don't know. But something. Go get some of our tax dollars back. Hair juicer, my homie is legal and he's shacking up with me because work is scarce. Yeah, Americans are suffering and we're just telling the whole world, hey, come across the border, we'll give you $2,200 per one parent, one child. Crazy. That's crazy. Just flipping through the chats really quick. Alice, weirdly, the U.S. voted against it, too. It's no good. It's no good. I don't know any happy Americans. When was the last time you seen a happy American? It's not just conservative or liberal or blue team or red team. When was the last time you seen any happy Americans? I know you don't ever see happy blue team or liberal people because that's their job, is to be unhappy. But when was the last time you seen someone happy? Who were making enough money? They enjoyed the place they live. They enjoyed their job. They enjoyed their community. Their community looked like a bunch of happy, growing Americans. When was the last time you seen that? Because when I think of that, it's all pre-plague. It's all pre-plague. Everybody in the chat, I remember when Trump was in office too. Because that's when it was. That's when it was. When gas was good. When you could afford groceries, when you didn't hate your job more than any other American. I mean, they burned us down when they brought the plague in. And they expected us to become heathens. It's a very small portion of us did. The rest of us, we're just still Americans. MU, it's really hard to watch their corrupt, lying, evil content. Coffee is better, but support all you do, Jeff. Well, I appreciate you, Brujo. Yeah, we got see, and there is benefits to watching the press briefing because then we know all the lies that they are telling the softies and the stupid people out there. You know, so when you come across a dumb, soft, or a soft and stupid person, you're not blown away by the shocking things that they say, think, and feel. We're watching the source. We're watching the press briefings. We watch propaganda sometimes. We'll put CNN on or ABC or any of those alphabet news networks. We'll put them on there and listen to the propaganda. And especially when they talk about Trump, there's nothing better than watching those soft, stupid people talk about Trump and cry and scream and squeal and finger bang themselves until they fall asleep and take a nap. It's just, it's enjoyable to know what's going on, but then also watch the lies. So then you can see the people who were lied to and understand that they're really just victims of being stupid. This is psychological warfare. Where's everybody in the chat used to be like, oh, this is 5D chess. Yeah, that's what's going on here. Matthew, I have a thing about KJP and Jackie. It's very weird. I like to watch them duke it out. I do. It's weird because Jackie looks a lot like somebody that I used to know in life. They don't necessarily behave the same, but to see them go at it and to have that weird feeling that this person looks just like someone that I used to know, it is entertaining. Alice, or if you disagree with someone, it wasn't blamed on their politics. Yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly, Alice. I really don't like that politics is in everything. And I like it even less when politics is brought up when it wasn't already a thing. When you start discussing a movie or you start having a conversation and then somebody goes, yeah, it's probably a fucking liberal. And it's like, yeah, you're probably right, but I didn't want to think about it as us versus them. I was just trying to analyze how stupid somebody was. I didn't necessarily want to put their identity on blast like this is who they voted for. They're just stupid. They come from a stupid family. They got stupid DNA in them. I don't know. I don't know. And I feel weird about that, and I think it's because my grandparents who raised me were Democrats. They weren't rainbow people. They weren't even in favor of rainbow people. They were not racist people. They were not crybabies. They worked very hard. They earned everything that they had. They believed in that. They did not believe in being a lowlife. They believed in having a moral compass. And so to see stupid, ignorant, hateful people out there in the world and go, well, they're blue team. That's normal. And then a part of my brain flashes back and goes, that's not who my grandparents were that raised me, though. They were blue team, but they were not the people we see today. And so a part of me just cannot wholeheartedly just be like, yeah, you're stupid because you're a liberal. You're stupid because you're a Democrat. I can't do it. I can't do it. The best people in my life were blue team. And it's not because they were radicals. It's because their family were blue team. And when they were brought up, they were told, hey, vote blue team. We vote blue team, you vote blue team. And I remember when I first was introduced into politics as a young lad and didn't know anything, and I still didn't know anything after the conversation, but I remember them saying, well, my dad always voted blue team, so I vote blue team. And that's all it was. That's all it was. They didn't look into it any further. It was just trending in their family line. And so it's really hard for me to just damn somebody because of who they vote for. I just can't. I'm too open-minded for it. I have grace for everybody, which is why I refer to people as soft and stupid instead of saying they're blue team and liberal and all that stuff. Now, they may be. They may be blue team and they may be liberal. But deep down inside, what bothers me is that they're soft and stupid. That's what bothers me. And because that's the source. That's the source. If you're soft and stupid, you make bad decisions, and voting blue team might be one of them. You know, hating somebody because they vote one way or another is not okay. It doesn't matter what it is. That's their choice, even though we all have to live with it. That's their choice and their right as an American. And so I have grace for that. But the source of the problems is that they're soft and stupid, and that is what drives the decisions that they make. And so, I don't know. I'm a weird one. Mr. Grinch. I know. I just lost people. Everybody's like, fuck you, Jeff Mac. Leaving out the door right now. But you know, I can't help it. I gotta be honest with you guys. I gotta be honest. I'm a hardcore truther. I'm not grifting. I'm not out here grifting. I'm an open book. I am an open book. Pecan Puppet Blue and red is the same thing. Yeah, everybody's got their own problems. Everybody's got their own deal. What the real problem is the people on Capitol Hill. It's not really us. We just look at these symptoms and we find reasons to hate on each other. But John that voted blue team down the street, or Rick that voted red team up the street, none of you guys did anything that is harming us today. It's all the people in office who make these decisions against our will and screw everything up in the country and make it so it's better for them and worse for us. John and Rick did not do that to us. It's the people up top, which is why you can't worship those people. Like I like Trump. I think he's quite the character, and I like that. I like that he makes politics into a reality show. A lot of people bitched about that, but I actually like that. I think it makes politics more entertaining. But I don't worship him, and I don't think anybody should. because none of these people live the life that we live. Blue team, red team, or otherwise. They don't live like us. They don't live by the same laws as us. They don't live by the same rules. They don't wake up and have the same morning we do. They are above it all, and we are not. We are subject to all of the bad things in our country. They are not. They are above it. Red team or blue team. You cannot worship these people. You can have favorites, but don't think of them any more than just a football player in the NFL. They're just today's Michael Jordan. They're somebody that you see on a screen that you like or don't like. They make decisions on their own. To hell with what you think. And we just suffer the consequences or fallout if there is any. And that's it. They're just overglorified celebrities. Really. Because it's not about what we want. You see KJP come out every single day and say, this is what the American people want, while enforcing something that nobody wants. So don't worship them. You can pick your favorites, but don't worship them. Because we're all in this together. Whether you like the person next to you or not. We are all in this together. Well, hooligans, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. That is all the coffee I had for you guys today. We're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance and we're going to wrap things up. First, I'm going to drop this Linktree link to you. You can find everything on the Linktree. So you want to get a cool shirt like I got, or a Screaming Goat t-shirt, which I'm going to pick up maybe later today. You can find that on the Linktree. You are welcome to make donations or join membership programs to support the live and be an official hooligan. Happy Freedom Friday, you hooligans. We did the thing. We did the thing. So like I said, 2 hours from now, Rise Up Broadcasting is supposed to go live with the Orange Eagle. When they go live, I should be able to tell what time to expect him on stage. That is going to dictate when we are gaming later for all of you hooligans that come and hang out with us while we are gaming. So gaming is kind of postponed until I can figure out a time slot for it. So make sure you're a part of Gilded or jeffmaclive.com. That way I can notify you when when we will be live for the game later today, because we will be going live with the game. But by 5 o'clock I should know when the Orange Eagle is going to be on stage. I will notify everyone. Snooks will most likely also help me notify everyone, so you guys will know when to expect us going live. We will not be showing the Orange Eagle on YouTube because I'm tired of their community guidelines and the song and dance that comes with it. So we will be live with the Orange Eagle after 5 at some point everywhere except for YouTube. Make sure you're a part of Gilded or jeffmaclive.com. That way you know what's going on. And then after that, we're going to be doing some gaming. So you can go watch us over at Jeff Mac Gaming. I'm still having issues with the multi-streaming thing with the game. I don't know if it's because of the bitrate or because of the graphics situation. I am not sure. I'm still working on it, but make sure you're a part of Jeff Mac Gaming. That way you'll never miss us playing the game. If you would like to have a small vacation, small free vacation, a couple hours to forget your problems of the world and just focus on being a star hooligan and us cruising through space playing Starfield. Well, I appreciate all of you hooligans. You guys are the very best. The best of the best. You're like Marine hooligans, right? The few, the brave, the hooligans. I appreciate all of you guys. Big shout out to everyone that made donations, join the membership programs, or purchase any merch. I really appreciate all of you, and I would not be able to do this without you. So thank you so much for all your support. I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.